How's it going, everybody? We are back for some more TDL America's Pro Series 24 action for summer season 2023. Got a semifinal matchup today. It's Qhali versus Team Rocket. I'm Whitehawk. I am joined by Virgil today. How you doing, man?
Hi, Whitehawk. I'm good. I'm going to look some good Dota here, and yeah, we expect that right today.
Yeah, these teams have been looking great. Rocket has won a couple of these TDL uh, matches and tournaments already, and we saw some of Qhali's matches on stream yesterday, and they were really fun to watch.
Yeah, I can see a lot of commons named that I play in some ranks and also in TPC season. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game.
Awesome. Yeah, I know Qhali, I believe, is going to be in the TI qualifiers coming up soon as well. That's really exciting to get to see them doing some prep work for that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and it looks like we are good to go. Get right into our draft for today. I think you know some of these players better than I do. Who are some heroes to watch out for on these teams?
Yeah, I mean I can see all the players. Like I said, Cali is a new roster. It's interesting for me. Team Rocket, they've been playing a long time. Like sometimes they play, sometimes they don't play. So I know most of them. Steel is a good mid. I can say Carhua, that is one with that 28 nick, is a good carry as well. So I want to see like a good synergy team. Like I don't really like to see them like making mistake a lot. I think they're gonna be a really good team to watch
Mm-hmm.
today.
Seeing respect for the Lewis Elder Titan. Got to see him play that yesterday. That is a scary hero, and the I feel like there's been more emphasis lately on the like heroes that can scout out well, like the Clockwork Rocket Flare, the Elder Titan Spirit, the Beastmaster Hawks. These like additional vision abilities that help you see more of the map ever since it's gotten bigger have been higher priority than they used to be.
Yeah, this is known by playing Air Titan. You're correct. He's a really good Titan. They just don't wanna play with them.
Mm-hmm.
The Dying is a really good starting band for the first pick in Rocket because it's a good strong laner. This meta is about being able to win lanes and snowball about it with the early game. So yeah, Undying is like the first support in this meta. So yeah, it's not strange to watch him getting banned in the first phase.
Yeah, for sure. Get a Bloodseeker ban alongside the
Yeah,
three supports banned out.
that's one of the what to say, like one of the best Karhua heroes. So
Okay.
they just don't wanna you play with it. Maybe it always is also is a setup for the Pango in 6-7,
Mm-hmm.
but let's see.
All right,
Alright.
so Kali won the flip and chose second pick, and Team Rocket are going to open with Snapfire, another hero we often see banned out the gate, and Kali have the quick response of Lycan Lion.
Lycan Lion, yeah. That's strange. I don't recall seeing Kali play Lycan. I mean I
Maybe
mean they
trying
used to play
something new
Lycan,
out.
yeah. I mean they used to play Lycan with when they have Army in their team. But
Okay.
I don't see Army here, so it's very interesting for me. They might kind of try to flex it a little bit. Maybe it's a carry like him, maybe it's a offlaner like him.
Hmm. Yeah, we saw some teams at Riyadh doing that for sure. Team
Yeah.
Rocket finish out the first phase with the Timber Saw. So they've got a pretty flexible opening too. We could see the Snapfire in mid or support and potentially off lane. and then Timbersaw can also be mid or off lane most often. So I'm curious
Yeah.
where they're kind of looking at these matchups. Guessing they like the Timbersaw into the Lycan. I mean, you've got good amount of AoE damage to help deal with the Zoo, get that strength reduction going, or stat reduction.
Yeah. I mean, Lycan is a really good hero against Snapfire, so
Mm-hmm.
I will surprise if Snapfire goes as a core. I suggest for them to be a support player, but it's always strategy. You know, they can do their own thing and they can like I don't care about counter picks and everything. My Snapfire is a goat. I
Mm-hmm.
will put it as me or laner, and you will see that I'm the best player with this hero. So yeah. The Monkey King, the Silencer. So yeah, Silencer for the multiple kisses.
Yep.
Uh, Monkey King for the Timber Saw as well. So yeah, they just ban into like protect their hero for now.
Mm-hmm. Qhali going with the Phantom Lancer for their first ban. So maybe looking at illusion heroes in general, we'll see if they continue down that path or if just Phantom Lancer in particular is one that they don't want to face.
I would say that they still banning Karha hero. I mean, Karha is a good carry, but he has like a low hero pool. He's not the best in the hero pool in in America, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So Phantom Lancer is one of the good to go when he wants to like a good carry to go for mid and late game. So yeah, he's one of the Karfa heroes too. So I think they just like letting him don't play comfortable so they can have advantage in the hard carry matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Going
Yeah.
after the Terrorblade as well, so continuing to attack that carry hero pool.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, like what character I'm gonna play because it's a lot of heroes that they just coding from him.
Yeah, it also makes me think they might be preferring this Lycan in the off lane rather than the carry role because it seems like they're targeting like heavily late game carries, at least with these last two bans. So it seems
Yeah,
like they might be looking at a later game carry themselves. Whereas if they were going to put Lycan in the carry role, they'd probably be looking to run this game over sooner.
yeah.
See the Shadow Fiend banned out by Team Rocket.
Shelf. They don't. I feel like the shelving plan is they don't want to group up and end the game really quickly. With the shelving 15 talent, the reduce armor from towers.
Mm-hmm.
Plus Lycan is like they just gonna smash tower, so they just don't want that because I don't feel like there's another reason to ban the SF. Maybe they're setting up for the spirit hero that I still like to play in the 16 and 17. But yeah, that's all I can see for now. Like Kali is looking for some flexing heroes because the lion can play as 4 but also can play as 5, so
Mm-hmm.
we can still figuring out, like where it's like gonna be, where it's like gonna be. So yeah.
Deeper into the reserve time for Kali now. 22 seconds to go. They'll ban out the Slark.
Or
They're going to go right into a Winter Wyvern pick.
yeah, well, that's one of those Luis heroes, Winter Wyvern.
Okay.
Kind of weird because I don't see any heavy physical damage to pick it, but always it's like you for these games is you want to pick your best heroes, right? Because it's a best of 3 and you also want to like play what you feel comfortable. So I can see that, but I don't really like the pick at all, to be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't like Snapfire Timbersaw doesn't scream a Winter Wyvern pick, so maybe it's something that they're anticipating Team Rocket picking. Um, like again, if they bend out a couple illusion heroes, maybe if they're kind of like kind of trying to protect against like a Naga pick here, um, or something else that feels particularly bad into the Wyvern ult. Get the Skywrath Mage
Very.
from Team Rocket, followed up with the Ember Spirit. Yeah,
Uh,
Skywrath has been a contested hero in particular when spirits are on the table, it feels like, because that silence is one of the most powerful answers to heroes like Ember and Storm. So I like seeing them pick that up to protect their Ember Spirit pick.
yeah, it's very good. Like, I'm really surprised by the Rocket. They really protect the Ember before like the bans. They didn't. I mean, they banned the Silencer,
Mm-hmm.
and they protected with picking Skyward Mage like by themselves. The Storm,
Storm Spirit into the Skywrath Mage. But I guess
Ember
other
Chain.
than the Skywrath, yeah, and the Ember, um, is feels a little interesting. I mean, the lane matchup I think tends to be pretty even between, like, it's a pretty skill based matchup. I feel like with two players on these fast moving spirit heroes. The
Yeah,
Skywrath
I
Mage
kind
is
of
so
like.
brutal to play into.
Yeah, I feel like it's a 50-50. It depends on the skill of the player. Also depends how much the Vision 4, Vision 5 can rotate into the water rules because this hero depends a lot in the water rules. If they don't have it, it's like 80% of the time their lanes is screw for the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be interesting to see like the rotation. I will say, but uh, I really like Radiance draft for now because like I don't feel okay. Kali is protecting their heroes. Like you say, Winter Warrior can protect for Naga Siren, and I think that's a good idea. But it doesn't really set up anything, and their third skill doesn't protect anything from. I mean, the third skill of Winter Warrior really set up for Radiant to keep playing aggressive. You know, like okay, you're gonna call embrace someone, and they can still go in from the Timbers of damage, the Fire damage, Skyra damage
Mm-hmm.
even can set up for Scarlet ulti, so
Yeah, it's
kind of
actually
like
really scary to cold embrace somebody in this game.
yeah. Uh Tibantia and Legion.
Yeah,
I
so it
think
seems
it's
like Rocket still thinks this Lycan is flexible. I mean, you could see a Legion in the carry position as well. Um, and then Team Rocket, their draft looks pretty solidified after these two picks. Looks like they're definitely looking for a carry. Snapfire will be in the 4 role, Skywrath in the 5, Ember in the mid, and Timber in the off lane, barring anything particularly unusual. I
yeah.
know the
I will be
Chaos Knight then.
I will be honest. I wouldn't disagree to pick the Nag here. I know they have Lion and Winter Wyvern, but
Yeah,
yeah, there you go.
right on point.
But yeah, I wanted to say like Ember, they have Ember and Timber, so heroes that can jump into the Lion and kill it. You know, like Lion is known to buy shard and destroy all Nag illusions, but they have heroes to jump in, and they don't really have a response for that. It might be their Winter Wyvern, but it doesn't really do anything to Timber so Ember. And let's see, Void.
Baseless.
Yeah, I don't really like that pick. Naga can just buy Orchid anytime, and the face was gonna need a lot of items to play this game. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, and
I
I
feel
don't know.
like
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I feel like Rocket has more damage into Chronosphere than like I would have liked a Faceless on the Rocket side, if anything. Like, yeah, you've got the Silence from Skywrath, you've got Naga can go Bloodthorn, and then the Skywrath ult, Timbersaw, Snapfire, they can all throw tons of damage into a Faceless Void ult, and there's not nearly as much of that from Qhali. A lot of these heroes want to be closer to deal their damage.
Yeah. Um, I feel they try to mix some ideas on Kali. To be honest, like they try to play some meta, but they wanted to flex on heroes, and also they want to play some comfortable heroes. And they just like didn't do any of that. So yeah, I like Team Rocket drafts to be honest.
Yeah, Team Rocket coming in as the #1 seed for this week as well. Um, and known for being pretty having pretty strong drafting. So kind of what we expect coming out of the draft phase. Do you feel like there is a path for Qhali to still be able to overcome this draft and win this game?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always we can see from the drafts and we can drop some ideas, right? But it's all about gameplay. They can do very well in the lanes, maybe, and also they can have a really good early game movement. And yeah, because like the Lycan is countered by Naga at least for the lanes, and then after 20 minutes it's gonna be hard for him. But is the able to play really aggressive with Lycan ulti and get some kills on like the sky and the snapfire? It's gonna be like really good for Kali. Kali needs a lot of time, and the only hero that can make some time for them is Lycan with ulti. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they're good to go.
All right, we're into game, but have a pause from the side of Rocket. Throw a timer on real quick. They say why we had a pause. Probably just figuring out comms and connection things. On see it on the first game of the day.
They might think also how do we start the lanes, or what do we do in the starting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've
Uh,
already smoked up on the Radiant side, so deciding they're gonna run out somewhere, if only just to get out there faster. We'll see if they want to set up anywhere in particular. Um, they do
yeah,
have. I don't know. I'd say Qhali probably has the slight advantage if they want to go for a level 1 fight.
Kali. Mm. I mean, they have Lycan. It's not a really good hero to do stuff, and they have a boy also. Like, what spell you wanna try to go?
Yeah.
So I feel like this level one the bounty runes is gonna be for Rocket. They should be able to grab like at least for me three, but we'll see. Rocket Drive is really good, like to play lanes. I was telling you, like this meta is about laning and snowballing in the early game, and I feel like Rocket have that, and also their team fight and the play style is really easy to do. Like they can change and cast silence and throw ultimate kisses, so it's like it's really easy for them to play this game. Uh, for Kali, it's more like they need to do a lot of things, but it can be really good if they can play in their way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we still waiting for them.
Yeah, it sounds like Rocket's ready, but Qhali needs a second now.
Maybe one of them will go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
How do you see the game?
What do you mean?
Like, well, who do you think is gonna win? Let's say.
I think overall like we said about the draft, I think Rocket have the advantage there. Um, I definitely see like it's the combination of this Timber Saw, Ember Spirit, and then having the Naga as your late game option. Like it feels like they have the whole game kind of covered for themselves. Like they have heroes that are going to win lanes, they have heroes that are going to fight well in the mid game, and then they have a hero that's going to be able to close out in the late game. But if it does go super late, we always like you have to respect the Chronosphere. Faceless Void is always potentially the latest game carry. Um, so we could see some crazy plays that I think have the chance to turn. If this game stays close and goes late, I think it's gonna get really fun.
Yeah. Also, the storm in base is really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gets like the Agam sector? It can be a really pain, but we'll see. Let's see how they execute the draft. At least for this Lycan, need to do a lot. I mean, they fear speaking in the face, right? Is he? It was a surprise that they didn't flex too much, with him. So it might be a good hero for his offlaner. Maybe it's one of the best for him.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely like that first pick of it shows that they're confident in the Lycan. So that's definitely something to watch for in this early to mid game and see. Like that I think is something that Team Rocket have to prioritize like controlling in the early game. They can't let Lycan get out of hand and like just do what he wants, run down lanes, take towers.
Yeah. They're already picking in the other side. They're like, oh, we need to kill Skyrat. Go Skyrat, go Skyrat. You need to die first.
Right. And we are
Right?
good to actually get this game underway. I was just about to warn teams about pause time.
Yeah.
But we're all good. We'll just keep an eye on it throughout the rest of the game. So yeah, we've got the smoke up from Team Rocket. See where they want to position with this, and where Qhali is going to land.
Yeah, they going really aggressive because they know their heroes on Kali doesn't do anything in level 1. So
Mm-hmm.
they're taking advantage of the high ground.
Yep, fully occupying that high ground. It looks like Qhali don't want to play around that. They kind of have the sense that Team Rocket might be occupying it. They're not sending any heroes up there.
Oh, nice, nice. They snipe the courier and they realize they are there. That's a little mistake of Pamplona.
Yeah, that was with just
Uh,
the wolf too. Lycan was still in base with his actual hero.
oh, that's a good play. Maybe we will see something that he's the one of the best Lycan in the region. We will see.
Yeah.
It looks like gonna be a 2-2 rune.
Yeah, make it a little fight around the top river rune, both teams squaring up around it. Starte is going to be the one able to pick it up
Wow.
on the Faceless Void, and that's actually going to be 3 runes for Qhali, because they're able
Yeah.
to get the Radiant Jungle rune as well. Nice
That's
positioning
surprising.
there. Nice use of the time walk to get in, get the rune, get out.
Yeah. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Like, it was really cool for them. They also disward the high round ward. So they're starting with a lot of speed, a lot of money on the silent of Qhali. It's really good. Okay, they're ready.
Alright, we're going to get this laning phase underway. Okay, it does look like things will be set up as we expected. Top lane, we've got the Timbersaw and Snapfire playing into the safe lane of Faceless and Winter Wyvern.
Yeah.
Definitely be typical Timbersaw stompy lane. We'll see how. I mean, Wyvern's a very strong laner too. So I think they have some opportunity to push back in this top lane. I'm excited for this mid matchup as well. We had a good uh we had a good
Yeah.
Storm Ember matchup yesterday. It's we said in the draft, it's always a skill based matchup, so it makes it really fun to watch.
Yeah, always. I mean, for me, it's like they have a little slight more advantage on Ember. I don't know why, but sometimes the flame ward doesn't proc in the first contact of the magic damage. For example, is the storm cast the static remnant? It doesn't purge the flame ward from the damage at the first, and then they need to wait for the second Rayman to break it. It's a really weird interaction. So that's for me is like you can avoid the damage from Storm. Like he
Hmm.
can slide a fist and take one Rayman from the flame ward. It's like you can play aggressive,
Yeah.
and we're seeing a lot of a 3 creeps advantage for Steel now and 1 deny. So yeah, it's going away from Radiant.
Do you have any interesting starting items? These heroes looks pretty standard. Lots of iron branches, lots of circlets. So those early stats seem to be the preference lately.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what the build of the Lycan gonna be like. If we assume that this guy is a good Lycan player, he can go like for the Echo Saber or for the Dominator. So actually he has in the bench the Echo Saber Mark, so maybe he gonna be like another carry in this game.
Mm-hmm. Bot lane, Nameless getting a little low, but able to back off safely. Grass from the Skyrath mage. Bringing the
Yeah.
pressure in this safe lane. So far, pretty even as far as last hits are going. Really across the board. Everybody.
Oh, first blood? Yeah.
Oh, bot side, they find the kill on Nameless. Chasing down with the net and
Yeah,
illusion and the damage from Skyrath.
yeah. I don't think the Lion expect the Naga to go up the net, and there's like net, slow, and grenade. It was a easy kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
Excellent
say,
play picking up that net early.
like Rocket has a really strong laner, so it's gonna be difficult for Qhali to play aggressive in this silence at least.
Top side, Pamplona jumps forward with the cookie, and they find the kill onto Lewis. Everybody playing pretty low at like half health up here, and Team Rocket, they're the ones able to find the jump and the kill.
It could be a good Bloodseeker game in this one with
Yeah.
all low HP. But yeah, yeah, like we were saying, like the Radiant taking advantage of their aggressive laning phase, level twos.
It's mid,
Lion,
Searing Chains thrown out on Benjamin, able to get the Remnant down and back away. Very close, that Fairy Fire, keeping them alive. Nameless, backed up, and chased down behind the tower again. Nice two-man impale. Pulled back off for now as mid, Pamplona finds Benjamin going for their rune, knowing that they'd be backing off, looking to refill that bottle. And then bot side, Sunny does find the kill onto Nameless. So 4-0 now. Strong start from Team Rocket.
yeah, that was a good movement from Pamplona. Good map reading. Also, a good communication, maybe, right? Maybe the Ember told him, "Hey, the storm gonna be for the bounty and go,"
Yeah.
and he just find him.
4 minutes. We're going to see Skyrath rotating through and test the water rune. Could be trouble for Benjamin as Steel's going to get the top water rune. And Sunny's going to be there waiting at the bottom one. Steel's coming out into the Searing Chains. Drops a Remnant. More damage coming out. Blood Grenade as well. Benjamin trying to escape. Is going to survive for now. Meanwhile, topside, Hyde finds another kill on Lewis.
Nag is dead.
Ooh, big kill for Qhali, picking up the Naga.
Yeah. Karuha just play a little bit out of hand without having his support, and he got punished.
Rooted again on Benchmon. Damage coming in from the Skywrath Mage. Sunny's going to pick up that kill. Lewis was in the area for the bottle refill, but not able to slow down the damage coming out from this Ember Spirit and Skywrath. Pamplona and Lewis going to meet over in the jungle as Lewis heads back to topside. With level 3, Lewis going to try to aggro the creeps to get some space, but the cookie comes out, stuns up Lewis. Starte going to wander over here now. Has the time walk up the hill, trying to help Lewis get Pamplona off of their back. Scatterblast comes out. It's not enough to bring down Lewis yet. Pamplona falling lower to the Splinter Blast, aggroing those creeps, giving them something to target. Timber Chain forward is Hyde and Pamplona way behind the tower now, trying to escape up the high ground, but eventually they will finally find this Winter Wyvern kill.
Yeah, like there was a long persecution.
Mm-hmm.
They're still annoying the Stormit.
Yeah, lots of supports hanging around here means that Steel is going to get the Arcane Rune, and that's their opportunity to jump forward as both supports in the area. Benjamin does have level 6 and will be able to zip away with the ball
Yeah,
lightning.
that was a good play from Benjamin. He literally just attacked the heroes like, I need level 6, and he got it in time.
Yep. Yeah, getting that level 6 just in time to escape.
The X-Rune's coming, Ember's coming bottom.
Yep. Setting up on Lycan with the net, they're going to find the kill. Plenty of walkdown to be had, so even once this Lycan does get to level 6, a little hard to be running around in wolf form. They can find their roots.
Yes. So 1v1 rune for each team in the XP rune. It's also a good game to support making pressure mid, because like if they left the Timber solo against the Faceless Void, it's gonna be a lot better for the Timber and also for the Naga as well. Like Naga can solo lane against the Lycan, so
Mid,
I really
set
like.
up on Lewis. Find another quick
Yeah,
kill on the Winter Wyvern. Both supports still lurking around this mid lane. Yeah, and exactly as you're saying, they get to do this because they have side laners that are fine playing alone.
yeah, like this pressure is gonna be a non-stop for me. Like they're just gonna keep staying as 3 on mid. Doesn't matter if they share a lot of experience. They're going for the lion.
Setting up around the bot side for the 8-minute rune. The Hex onto the Skywrath. And they're going to find the kill on Sunny. So picking up their second kill on the side of Team Qhali. And Storm does come away with that haste rune as well in the bottle. So we'll see if they're going to try to chain that into another play. Maybe setting up on bottom. LSM going to pop the wolf form, try to chase down this Naga, and here comes Benjamin on the big zip in. Karhwa trying to escape away, going to get hexed up. The electric vortex back in, the slow from the mana drain. They find another crucial kill on the Naga Siren.
Yeah. Carver is playing a little bit like weird for me. Like he has no more a lot of information to do that, and he is like playing aggressive. Oh, look about top.
Top side, they get the cookie and the silence, and that's going to be a quick pickup on Astarte. But Skywrath silence preventing any chance of a time walk away.
Yeah, these kills on the carries are really weird. At least for me, because like they have no information on the players and they playing in a little laning space. It's really weird.
Yeah, not necessarily respecting the gank potential, which both teams have, especially now that Storm Spirit is getting online. Is mid. Lewis getting found a little too far out. Sunny still hanging around here. Killing spree for Steel. Starte going to show up back top. Doesn't want to let this tower fall. It's going to drop the Chronosphere. Doesn't quite find Pamplona. And able to cookie away just before the Hex comes in.
No.
Storm Spirit showing up as well, so maybe going to try to find the kill on Hyde. That's where they'll turn their focus and they bring down the Timbersaw and successfully defend this tower. Steel's going to rotate over here, so Rocket is still interested in potentially looking for something. They're going to deny the tower. Make sure that Team Rocket does not get that gold. Rocket's still in the area, and they're going to set up. They find the cookie onto Nameless. Lion's going to fall. The rest of Qhali just try to rotate away. The Lewis is going to come in and step up onto that high ground. Mortimer's Kisses come through. They get the root from the Searing Chains, and a mega kill for Steel.
Yeah, the pressure is all that matter for Team Rocket.
Yeah, just occupying the dire side as much as they can because these heroes got the early advantage from their lanes and are strong heroes to fight in this early game.
Yeah, I mean it's really interesting now that the Naga is not showing in the map. It's just about he may be afraid of getting killed again. Um, I mean I know I'm not sure for why he's not showing. Like the Lion just died and Star was showing top, so he's literally playing safe for
Mid,
now.
they find a setup on Storm Spirit and another kill for Steel as Benjamin goes down.
Yeah. Mid it's not a good play for Qhali to play, to be honest.
Yeah, this ward from Rocket deep on this pillar. It's getting pinged out now because Lewis and Benjamin both die under that ward. They definitely got their money's worth on that one.
Yeah, they also have their own war in place.
Yeah, so they see that this area is still being occupied, and they're not going to go for the D ward yet, and maybe are going to look to take a fight as Benjamin rotating back into the mid lane. They're going to smoke up, and it's going to immediately break on Steel. Benjamin gets the zip onto both of the supports, was immediately stunned and silenced up and brought down. Astarte rotating in, doesn't have the Chronosphere available quite yet. They do find the kill on Sunny, and the Finger of Death cancels the teleport of Pamplona, bringing the Snapfire down. So it's a storm for both supports, and now they get the Hex on to Hyde, trying to chunk through the tankiness of this Timbersaw. They do. It ends up being a 1-for-3. Nice battle back for Qhali that they've been looking for to get control back of their jungle.
Yeah, Kali realized that he cannot like stay 3 core on farming and support sacrificing himself. They smoke. If you notice, Store just jump on them like he didn't care if he dies or not, but he wanted to set up for the Lycan and for the boy to get some kills and XP. It's pretty good for me that auction because Lycan is one of the heroes that gonna make XP for him, like we talked before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Boyd is also looking for that. Like they're all looking for a mid game, late game matchup, and they wanted to like contest one of the Team Rocket or the Smoke for Rocket.
Yeah, smoke up. They're going to find the Lycan, get the cookie forward, follow up the route, and the Mortar's Kisses immediately. They get the Wyvern's Curse onto Sunny. They try to save him for now, but now here comes the Faceless in with the Chronosphere. Steel's not caught on it, but both supports are. They bring down Sunny. Now they turn over towards Steel. This is a huge pickup, and it's going to go to Benjamin. 6x kill streak for Benjamin. And Snapfire forced to teleport away. So once again, they lose a core, but they definitely get the better of the trade. Qhali bouncing back, bringing this net worth lead down to 1k.
Yeah, I mean Team Rocket is trying to do what they have to do, right? They need the pressure, but they're trying to do a lot more than that they can really take. Like we cannot forget that they have Lion against Ember, and if Ember get Hex, he probably is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, just need to find those lockdowns. Now Lewis rotating, trying to defend mid, is going to find more heroes than they bargained for. They get the cookie,
Oh,
try
he's
to
dead.
deal the damage through the Winter's Embrace, and they will. Pressure still here from Team Rocket. It's been almost entirely this game played on the dire side of the map.
Yeah. Lycan stop trying to get some items as well. Like Lycan needs at least the manta to play this game properly. Like he has the harpoon now, but Lycan will help the manta sorry will help him being more squishy, at least for the root of the Ember
Hmm.
and the Naga.
Yeah, that Dispel is going to be very valuable. We'll see if this kind of double carry setup that Qhali is going for is going to be enough as Astarte getting caught under tower, but Nameless is here with the Hex. And Steel is low on mana, so they may be able to make a play here. Benjamin rotating in, and they punish Lucky. They get the Finger of Death, but able to remnant away. And now LSM has arrived as well. They find the chase down onto Sunny, trying to TP away. Pamplona will get away, but they have the stun to cancel the TP of
Whoa.
Steel, and they find another big kill on this Ember Spirit.
Yeah, man, like I don't know what Rocket is doing. Like, yeah, they need to put the pressure, but they always. I mean, the one that they smoke, they got the Lycan, but they're still fighting. And now they's going off time. Like the support was really far. Oh,
Back in the
team.
triangle, Winter's Curse out on Snapfire, followed up with a stun, but Naga Song is here, and that's going to stun up all three from Qhali, and they'll set up around it. Cookie going to follow up immediately, gets the stun onto the supports. Astarte's here with a huge Chronosphere. Oh, Storm zips
Uh,
into it, but they've still got both heroes held in place, and that's going to be another kill on the Naga. Now they'll try to finish it up, find the kill on Hyde as well. Can they bring down this Timbersaw? They do. Double kill for LSM.
wow.
Qhali, they are fully bouncing back in the lead now in terms of gold. 2K up, fully swinging this game now. Just taking all of these fights exactly the way they need to.
Met.
Steel going to grab a double damage rune. They get the root and the silence. That's going to bring down LSM. That's a big pickup for Steel. Benjamin will get the trade for the Skywrath Mage. That's the kill that Team Rocket needed, with Qhali now starting to build this advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would say, like Rocket is trying to do more than they have to. Like first the smoke that they try to fight more and more, and then bottom the Ember Spirit just try to do Ember Spirit stuff, but their supports, even their offlaner, was really far up, and now they go into triangle knowing that they have Chrono, knowing that they have like an ulti. Like Kali have a lot of timings here. Like they have like an ulti, they have Chrono, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the time that Team Rocket could play more aggressive because they have no option to respond. But they is like playing really, I would say, under pressure because like I don't really understand why they're trying to do this. Like Rocket, I mean, Kali gonna do the rush now,
Yeah, this
and
sets up an opportunity for Qhali to take Roche, and Rocket so far do not look to have a sense of it. So this should be a pretty free first Roshan for Qhali.
yeah, it's not looking really good for Rocket. I would say like I would expect that they have a lot of advantage, maybe a 7 of 5k gold advantage, but all this is a mistake, man. And now the Roche is setting Kali for the game they want to play, right? The mid game from 25 to 30 minutes, and they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I like that they put this Aegis on the Storm Spirit as well. It feels like, of the three cores, probably the least durable at this point, and also the way that Benjamin's been playing the Storm Spirit has been kind of sacrificial after having a tough start in lane, and so it
Yeah.
just sets him up to be able to do that even more. On top of the fact that Storm Spirit always loves having an Aegis because it not only respawns you back with all your health, but all of your mana, and just that free reset of your mana pool is super powerful for a Storm Spirit, and it's going to let him really push the limits of this hero.
Yeah, like the first Roshan always, unless you have like a really strong push strategy, it's always to play aggressive, farm a little bit, play more comfortable in the map.
Mm-hmm.
And in this game, like we say, right, like the boy wanted to show up like really late in the team fight, and the Lycan don't want to show up in the first. The one is gonna be showing up first is gonna be the star always. So is he gonna be like the front laner? Will say he need these ages, right? He died once, doesn't matter. Lycan will cleaning up the sky, cleaning up the stop fire. Boy coming like with the TP chrono is perfect for them. So yeah, it's a good pickup for Kali.
Team Rocket going to set up all five in this bottom lane, finish off this bottom tier 1. It feels like a pretty even game now, even with the Aegis. Qhali, they're getting a little more bold, starting to take more space on the map. They trade the offlane towers.
They smoke on Radiant, but they scouted out with the wolf. You see?
Oh, yeah, yeah. They're actually fully aware of this on Qhali and have the potential to be able to set up around it. They're going to need a haste rune on Storm Spirit as well.
Yeah, they
Rocket
know
moving in
100%.
the mid lane. Steel Smoke is going to break on to Nameless. So the Lion will fall first. It's going to remove some of their lockdown options, but now the rest of Qhali still looking to take this fight. Starte stepping in, going to get the time dilation out onto Steel. Now they get the Searing Change and the Silence. This is going to be another quick kill on the other support, and Astarte's in trouble as the Mortimer's Kisses rain in, and it's big trouble for Qhali now. They're going to pick up a support of their own. Eastern wears off on Benjamin. LSM, the Wolfald runs out as well, going to try to TP away, but immediately canceled with the root, and this is going to be the Lycan falling as well. So Team Rocket, despite that smoke getting scouted, able to find the advantage, able to win a big fight and take the lead back.
I'm confused. How did this happen? they they knew they were smoke, and they get caught separated. Like how? I mean, it was really strange. But yeah, good team fight took by Rocket. They scout out the boy, they scout out the lion. They have the boy have no manta yet, so any roots and he dead probably. And that's what happened. Kali tried to look for the backline like we were talking about with the Lycan and the Star. They got the Sky and Snapfire, but they were their carry and their most important support that was Lion was dead,
Mm-hmm.
so they couldn't go forward, and yeah, they just die. Almost a team way, right? Because the Thorn didn't die once
Yeah.
that team fight. Yeah.
Probably pick up the Tormentor, and it's a big one of getting the Shard on to Nameless, be able to clear out some of those illusions, and they follow it up with a smoke. It looks like they'll just kind of reposition into their triangle, get some farm there. Like, both teams playing much more cautiously for the moment. They still have the Aegis on Storm Spirit for another 40 seconds, so maybe they're looking to make a play around that. Looks like they will try to set up mid. They see the cookie, but going to step forward into the root. Get the Hex now onto Steel. This is the key of this Lion being able to control the Ember Spirit. The control's going to run out. And
Yeah.
Sleight of Fist will be able to back away. Clean up some wolves making their way through, and it looks like the Aegis will expire before they get a chance to use it.
What?
Now the Bloodthorn or the Orchid is ready on Karhwa, and that's going to catch Nameless a little off guard. Illusions coming out. Does have the mana drain to turn, but now the ult Mystic Flare is going to bring down. They commit the Mortimer's Kisses too. Throw some of those over at Lewis.
That was really weird. Oh.
Because now they get another catch onto the Storm Spirit. This Orchid from Naga. This is a huge timing for them, but Astarte's in, gets silenced before the Chronosphere can come off. The Manta's ready. We'll get the Chronosphere, but the Naga Song is there to cancel it. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lewis going to throw down the Curse to try to escape. Astarte able to back away. Nobody falling yet. Nameless is back up and is getting focused down. Now they have the silence on to the Faceless. Cold Embrace is there, trying to give Astarte more time. Able to back away. Karhwa does find the kill onto Nameless, and then Astarte will fall as well. Benjamin, once again, with the help of LSM, picking off the backline, and they will find the kill on Steel, so maybe now Qhali with a chance to turn it. Storm Spirit trying to survive through this Cold Embrace, but the overwhelming illusions from Karhwa are too much, so they continue to chase forward towards LSM. It's like instead they'll just settle for the Tier 2 tower. No, Karhwa going to continue to chase under the Tier 3 into base with the root and the silence. There's nothing Lycan can do but watch his hero die.
Wow, man, the whole team fight was really weird from the starting.
Out of nowhere, Rocket bouncing back here.
Yeah. This boy trying to get a chrono on the Snapfire, but you already have the Lycan and the Storm Spirit, man. Let's try to do it for other people, right? But Yeah, he got the chrono, and it was easy for now just zone and set up for him. It was really weird. I feel like Kali is playing under the pressure of the early game of Rocket. They're playing like what Rocket wants them to play, and yeah, they're just getting baiting. It happened 2 times now. I think it's happening a third time. It's gonna be a lot of advantage, at least for Rocket to going into the mid game. And yeah, uh, it's really hard for Kali now trying to play aggressive because they have no ultis. So they just like need to play safe and farm a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta try to find more space. I mean, they still have the carry potential of this Lycan who's working on a nullifier now. If they can get these dual carries enough space with the help of Chronosphere, they have the potential to outcarry the Naga in the late game.
Yeah. I mean, something that Rocket doesn't have is top.
So they find the setup onto the Timber Saw. Time Dilation comes out. More heroes are rotating in. It's going to be Sunny the first to fall in the back line again, but a nice Winter's Curse
Oh,
onto the Ember Spirit. And they're going to follow it up immediately with the Chronosphere. LSM picks up the double kill, clearing out the other
wow.
support, and the follow-up beautifully stacking these stuns from the side of Qhali. They take a massive fight. They bring down Karhwa as well. Now Timbersaw is the only one left. And back and forth this game goes as they clean up Hyde. It's a full 5 for nothing.
Wow, man, this game is going bounce to the other team.
Yeah.
Is It was amazing. That's what I was talking about, right? Like the Luis Winter Wyvern, a comfortable hero, knows what to do when things going like bad for his team, and he set up a really good course into the chrono, into the 3-man air spike for Lion. It was perfect for them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's what Kali needs. They need to respond to what Team Rocket wants, right? The 2 team fight or the 3 team fight that they won was responding, but responding well, like boy chronoing the right people, like and killing the right people. So in this fight, what's that? Like Lycan starting killing the Skyrim mage. Meanwhile we were watching Kali doing Rosh again. But
Roche
yeah, Lycan
respawns, and they're setting up around it back on the dire side again.
pause.
Pause.
Yeah, but that's what Kali need to do. Like Lycan kill the backline. Now he's really like farm. He has the manta. He has the harpoon. He's going for the nullifier. So this support cannot buy Ghost Sector, right? They need to buy something else and good positioning. And against Lycan, it's really hard to do. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's coming for
Radiant
Kali time.
will scan this. They're aware, and they're going to smoke on Qhali, and they scout out Hyde with this ward. Maybe going to be able to set up on the Timber Saw, but all of Team Rocket is rotating in on a smoke of their own.
Well,
Hyde now going to step forward with the chain. Starte goes in, and LSM as well, trying to chase down once again Storm and Lycan duo, finding the supports. Now they get the Hex onto the Ember Spirit. They find 2 more kills, and Qhali continue to win these team fights. They're finding the heroes that they need to find, and now they're going to try to chase down Karhwa. Wolf's scouting out, going to have to commit the Naga Song, be able to escape. Doesn't have the teleport available, so only can walk this off, and we'll just have to back away, and it looks like that should set up Qhali to go back in and finish this rush on.
yeah. I was a little bit worried because Lycan was really going in the front, and that's what I don't want to do as a Lycan. You want to go like in the flanks, but yeah, it all went perfectly for Kali. They got the Ember, they got the Sky, they got the Snap. And if you don't have these 3 heroes, it's really hard for Rocket to do anything in the game. Like we're talking the draft. I should remember like Lion is one of the counter of Naga, and one of
Mm-hmm.
the heroes that can jump on them is the Ember. And so if they cannot have that, Naga cannot play Dota. Like illusions is not gonna work. So the whole point of Naga is having illusions, right? So yeah, for him it's really hard to play. His Ember dies, pretty much his hero dies. and Qhali have comfortable play style for doing that all the time. So yeah, for Qhali, it's getting more easier and easier the execution to do these things. And for Rocket, is the time is running out. You right?
Hmm.
We're looking for a boy chrono level 25 in the backtrack, maybe a refresher later. So yeah, it's getting difficult for Rocket to play, and it's really getting more comfortable for Qhali.
Yeah, it feels like after that fight mid where they had the Aegis and they saw the smoke but still didn't manage to win the fight, felt like they kind of looked at how they were taking fights, reassessed what they needed to do, and like came up with the plan, like you were saying, of Storm and Lycan chasing down the backline, the other heroes focusing on the rest, focusing on the cores, letting their Storm and Lycan deal with the supports. And now that's how they've been executing their fights, and it's been working perfectly for them.
Yeah. Now Rocket is playing really worry. Like, I mean, they have lost two, three team fights in a row, right? So it's understandable that they playing like this. But you cannot let Cali take your towers. There's gonna be melting, like they have like and Void.
Yeah, 3 towers off of this Aegis already, and they're going to start looking up the high ground at the tier 3. That's going to force Team Rocket to rotate back in. Hyde looking to relieve some of the pressure, get the silence out on Astarte, but able to Manta it off.
Yeah, Cali want to take their time. Don't want to risk a lot. They have a lot of time for the ages. They have 2 minutes less, so good. I feel like this pressure, what they're doing is just waiting for Rocket to TP reaction, and they did. So
Yeah,
yeah,
just setting up fully on the Radiant side of the map, bringing the pressure in, but not overcommitting yet. Now they're going to smoke up. Once again, just looking for somebody on Team Rocket to step out. It's only going to be Hyde and Karkal now, who are not the targets they want to find to start a fight. Might try to commit something here anyway. Stepping up with the manager and actually not breaking the smoke on the Lion. It's only in range of those illusions.
yeah.
Keeping the waves pushed in. Not making a move towards that last bot tier 2. Now they're going to draw it out on the map. They want to push that
Cali,
in.
let's Cali finish on Faceless Void. That's a really good item.
More big timings coming in. Making way more durable as well. Be able to survive some of these fights and go toe to toe with the Naga. Naga has
Uh,
finished a butterfly though and the heart, so this is an incredibly durable Naga Siren.
Yeah, but we still need to remember they have Lion, right?
Yup.
So,
Was bot Benjamin's gonna
but
find Pamplona over at the Lotus Pool. Wanna trying to escape away with the cookie. Benjamin low on mana, so it's not the easiest kill, but finds them in the trees
he's dead.
and will bring down the Snapfire.
Trying to get a Lotus, but he has no space on the store. But yeah, like we were talking about, Naga can get like 7 items and a refresher. Let's put it like that. But if they don't get the Lion, he cannot play. It's
Yeah,
impossible to play. For boys, like he doesn't really care about the butterfly. I'm pretty sure he saw it, but he just saw his bench items. He wants to get a Stanic to clear one of the roots, have more HP to then get bursts from their heroes. Also to clear from the silence on the net or the chains. So yeah, it's a good pickup for the boy. Did he get it? For Rocket, the time is really running off.
yeah. Pressure gonna come in. The Aegis has expired, but they still have the cheese on the Storm Spirit, and they're going to continue pushing up into this high ground. Nice dodge of the stun with the time walk. Hyde gonna come over to stand in the middle, try to clear out these illusions. They get the silence. It's gonna be manted off for Astarte. And Qhali going to respect, fight back. The kisses come out. Can they find the kill on Lewis? Gets the cold embrace to survive for now. Magic damage is still coming out with the flamethrower, so Lewis will be the first to fall
Right.
in this fight, and that's going to open things up for Rocket to be able to push forward, clearing out the trees. I'm trying to find these heroes, but now Storm and LSM, they're set up in the trees. Nameless is going to fall, so both supports down now. Astarte up on the ward spot. Still just waiting around in this area, still looking for more as they get the harpoon in, pick off Pamplona to bring it down to one support on the other side. Qhali still not looking to leave this area. Benjamin going to get spotted out. They timber chain forward, go up to the high ground. Astarte now going to time walk down off of the ward spot, and it looks like that will be their cue to leave. Team Rocket still kind of chasing forward, or at least just pushing this lane out.
Yeah, it was really weird for me that Team Rocket didn't want to take the fight. Like we said, they have Lion, but Lion was dead, and the Winter one also was dead. So it was a really good counter initiation rather than use the Chrono. But is he Chrono like, let's say, the Naga? He won't kill the Naga in the Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
And also the Ember, because Ember has BKB. He press BKB. Void damage mostly is magic damage. The Bash and the Mjolnir damage. So it's really weird for me that Rocket didn't take that fight. They let the fire die, and now, yeah, they both taking their side, trying to play a little bit safe and group up for the next play, right?
Yeah, I think they just seemed a bit hesitant. I think they didn't felt like they didn't have enough information on where the cores for Qhali were hiding, so weren't willing to keep pressing forward too aggressively. That gives Qhali a
Yeah.
chance to reset. We've got Tormentor taken. It's going to be the shard for Winter Wyvern. Upgrades the Cold Embrace to get a Splinter Blast off of it. Just a little extra damage for the team. Nothing too crazy. We're going to have our Roche timer popping up in a few seconds. That'll probably be the next big objective for both of these teams. Be 1 minute on it. So it'll mostly be up on this Dire side once again once it respawns. That's where Team Rocket is set up right now as they take this tier 2. See if they use this position to get a bit of vision around the Roche pit. Meanwhile, Qhali playing down in the Radiant jungle, still thinking about this bottom tier 3 for a first set of racks.
Yeah, maybe they want to force them to come back, right? So they can play the Roche and start warding. Remember that the Roche is gonna be in Dark side.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something interesting. Meanwhile, we saw Kali smoke. The Snapfire is holding Assault Curious, and it makes a lot of sense. It's not a common item, but you need a lot of armor because the Lycan issue by a lot of staff items. Oh,
Well, they find the catch,
Naga?
immediately going to be blanked by the Naga Siren. Song will just TP away. But now they've also seen Steel has rotated back to help push the waves back out, so that's going to open things up for them to look towards this Roshan. We'll see if they check it. Yeah, they'll hop in there now.
Yeah.
That's going to open the door. Sunny getting some vision out at the Dire base.
Ryan should notice this because no one showing top, but yeah, this Roche is melting.
Yeah, the damage
Uh,
from this Lycan and Faceless Void brings down a Roshan pretty quickly. This is going to be a refresher shard on top of the Aegis and Cheese, which, yeah, that's going to go to Astarte. So a second Chronosphere and the BKB finish, so a second BKB and Manta all available. This is a very scary Faceless Void, and this is likely going to be what Qhali need to really push into this Radiant high ground. But we've seen Team Rocket able to defend up to this point.
yeah, this is what Kali needed, right? We were talking about in the draft, like they wanted to play in late game, 30 minutes, 40 minutes game. Uh, Somehow they got it, and really impressed. And now they have Aegis, and not only Aegis, they have the refresher, like you said, for the Void. So it's gonna be a really hard way to play this team fight. Maybe the last team fight, we don't know, but It looks like if Qhali can get this team fight for in this favor, it can be the last.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were saying like the Nullifier have building the Quiros, and it's not a common item, but it makes a lot of sense, right? Because the Lycan have the Nullifier, so his Ghost Sector is no gonna do anything. So they need a lot of armor, and I'm pretty sure that the Quiros is really a good item for him.
Yeah, the full physical defense build from this Snapfire with Solar Crest, Pavis, Assault Cuirass, and Ghost Scepter. I'm gonna start working on turning that Ghost Scepter into an Ethereal Blade next. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, this is a very right-click reliant team, especially for the supports. Like it's Storm Spirit, who, is more about the lockdown than the magic damage, and then it's just all of the physical damage coming from Lycan that
Yeah.
are killing these supports in every fight.
So it's Quiros finish on Fire, Sector finish on Ember Spirit.
Probably gonna
So
start to commit up this high ground, still at the bottom tower, almost bringing down the tower before the fortification comes in. Go back in and get that last hit. Silence out on Astarte does still have the Aegis, so willing to play up in front with the durability
yeah.
of the BKB and Scotty ready to go. We've got a Scythe on the Timbersaw. Illusions starting to wrap around, scouting out where the Storm and Lycan are hiding.
There we go. Sector completed on Soros Row. So we might see electric black hole here.
We got the Hex onto Faceless Void. Wolfform going to get committed. Now chasing out towards Hyde. Has the Bash. Going to try to hold down this Timbersaw. Here comes the Mortimer's Kisses, though, and Astarte is actually going to go down. LSM falling low as well. Finger of Death will finish off the Timbersaw. Now Benjamin's in, getting torn apart by these illusions from the Naga. Damage from Pamplona coming out as well. Get the Chronosphere onto the Ember Spirit, and that's going to be a dominating streak for LSM as they bring down Steel. So now 2 dead, only 1 buyback available for the side of Radiant, and it's going to come out now. Get the Hex once again from Hyde onto the Faceless Void. With that Lotus Orb, it's hard to commit even further. Now Hyde could be in trouble coming off of the buyback. This could be the opening for Qhali to finish it off. Able to cancel the Timber Chain, and the BKB is there. Does not care about the song. Drops the Chronosphere, trying to bring down this Timbersaw for good. Not able to do it, and doesn't have the Aegis anymore. Trying to back away. Still has the slot open. Has already committed the Refresher now, and Lewis gets caught up on the high ground and brought down. So Team Rocket, they'll hold for now, and without an Aegis and heroes on lower resources, Qhali forced to back away.
Yeah, the whole thing was weird because they go initiated on Qhali, then Store jump onto the Snapfire. Lycan never go to jump on the backline because he was focusing the Ember Spirit, and they chrono the Ember as well. But uh, they got the kills, right? They got the kills on Timbersaw buyback. They wanted to get a dieback on Timber, but it didn't happen. And Vicious kind of killed himself, forcing himself into the high round. But yeah, I mean, they got double chrono. I feel like the second chrono wasn't used properly, to be honest. They don't have the damage to kill the Timbersaw used like that. Most likely with the reactive armor chargers. And yeah, it looks like a 50-50 game still for me, right? Because like it can happen a good team fight for Rocket and they can pull this off.
Yeah, it still is going to come down so much to execution in these team fights. And yeah, it's something we saw in the draft of there's not a lot of damage that Qhali are able to put in from other heroes outside the Chronosphere. It's really just on Astarte to put out the damage. And he's gone more of a durable build, not super high damage on the Faceless. Is now going to work towards an MKB. So that's going to help mitigate that, cut through the butterfly of the Naga Siren.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting how they're able to use these Chronospheres. I think that first one where they were able to bring down Steel, like that's the kind of target they want to find. but the Naga Siren and the Timber Saw might just be too tanky to kill in a Chronosphere.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't really like the Monkey King, but it's not about item. Obviously, they have Butterfly and Naga, but you already have the Lion and the Storm Spirit to do that job. To control that hero. So you might need to control the heroes that can kill the heroes, like Storm and the Lion, and the heroes is like we say, like the Ember and their supports, right? I feel like he might need to go refresher at some point. Maybe he'd do it after this NKB, but I would like it to get it before, like before the this happen, because if he can double if he can double chrono the Ember and the Storm.
And they smoke up and they find the Hex onto the Storm Spirit, able to get the BKB off, so Benjamin potentially able to back away, gets a
Nice
huge electric
vortex.
vortex onto 3, sets up the Earth Spike, and it sets up another Chronosphere on all 4 or 5 of these heroes. They immediately chain that into the Winter's Embrace. The Naga getting torn apart by her own illusions. Can they bring down these last 2 tanky heroes? Karhwa falls. Rampage for Astarte.
What? Oh,
Absolutely insane fight from Qhali. Such incredible setup. The electric vortex sets up everything. And we have the Aghanim Scepter for Lycan. You've got a wolf faceless void running around through this Chronosphere, through the rest of the fight. The damage is insane. And only 2 buybacks available means that Qhali, they're going to be knocking on the door and taking down some barracks. They're going to test these buybacks. Astarte going directly for the tier 4s, not even looking at the barracks. They want to close out this game 1 here and now before Team Rocket get another chance to answer in this back and forth game.
yeah. I think this game dieback on the Timber Zone, no buyback on Naga,
Yeah,
and Ember
support's
won't do
respawning, but
anything.
it's not going to be enough. Storm Spirit zips into the base to make sure nobody's coming out. But Team Rocket will watch as their base falls, and Qhali, they take game number 1 of this best of 3 in the semifinals for TDL America's Pro Series 24.
Wow, man! Like this is a surprise that Dota gave you, right? Like
Yeah,
the unexpected draft, the unexpected playstyle, it surprised you. Like I wouldn't expect Cali to pull this off. Just for the early game that Rocket have, and the whole pressure on the mid lane was really good for Team Rocket. Something happened. Like I think both teams got mistakes in the whole game. Like sometimes Rocket committed too much. Kali responded like in the bad way, croned the bad people. But once Kali realized what they have to do, they got the items, the focus, the Russians also. Remember that the
yeah,
whole Russian was for Kali the whole time.
yeah, they got
It
all
was
3.
yeah, it was easy for them to execute the draft, right? We wanted to say like Team Rocket got a little bit of pressure of the early game, and then after they fail, they didn't recover from that because they were playing really safe when Kali throw their biggest cooldowns. That was the Lycan ulti and the Faceless Void. And that's one of the reasons why Team Rocket really couldn't execute the drive really good. Yeah, good game for Cali. Like well played for them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to have a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll get right back in it for game number 2.
5 seconds remain.
All right, everybody, we are back for game number
It is
2
spam.
of our semifinal of TDL America's Pro Series 24 between Qhali and Team Rocket. Qhali took game number 1. I'm Whitehawk, joined once again by Virgil. What are we looking for Team Rocket to bounce back in this game 2?
To be honest, I'm really looking for a better execution. You know, the draft was really good. I was really counting
5
on Rocket
seconds
doing
remain.
their best in the early game, but they started doing well, but then they just uh, committed too much and started doing mistakes that cost them the game. So yeah, I don't think they have a lot of respect bans. I think we will see the same bans probably. Maybe a like and respect from Rocket, but
It is
yeah,
dire
probably
spam.
the same. You know.
It is radiant spam.
Yep.
It is dire.
Yeah,
There's a
I'm
like
curious
and
to see if Rocket will... Yeah, they're going to go right away for the same ban, so it seems like they are confident in their draft strategy, at least their opening. And yeah, it's going to mean Qhali will have the Snapfire this time, stealing it away from Team Rocket, who had Templona playing it last game. Dawnbreaker, this is a hero I've not seen much of it all lately. And then we go back to the Skywrath Mage right away in the first phase.
Yeah. Kali bans changed a little bit. To be honest, they changed the whole two bans, but it's suspected because they are second pick now. Yeah, for Rocket it's the same.
10
You know, the
seconds
other Titan
remaining.
obviously for Luis, one of their best heroes. And Undying
5 seconds.
from the meta, right? If you have first pick, you always ban Undying. So it's pretty interesting. They got Dawnbreaker. It's a hero that I don't really see in a long time. Like you said, it's a strong laner. He have a lot of map control, but that thing about
Radiant's
Dawnbreaker
turn
is
to
that
battle.
highest cooldown. They go back for the Lycan.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dawnbreaker is like the highest cooldown. It's one of the highest cooldowns in the
Dire's
early
turn
game to
to
play.
battle.
So it's really hard to commit. I think that's one of the reasons why Dawnbreaker is not in the meta right now. But it's also if you can pull it off, right? If you can play around around his
Radiant's
ulti and
turn
play
to
some
battle.
auras, and you can also win your lane because he's really good
It is
laner.
Dire's
With the
ban.
Sky, it's really strong. They ban the Naga now on Kali from Lycan. They understand that they need to ban the hero. I'm really surprised that that hero got off the
Mm-hmm.
last game. Yeah, they banned the Timber and the Silencer.
Yeah, so respecting
10
both the Naga and the
seconds.
Timbersaw from last game, which we saw were big problems for them
5
at certain
seconds.
points. The durability of the two heroes was a lot for them to get through. Seems like Qhali, with the Lycan especially, are potentially looking to have a similar sort of plan as game 1.
Yeah, Kali didn't change too much. Like, okay, they stole the Starfire, but you know, like you say, Starfire is one of the meta heroes. You can put it in mid, you can put it as off, you can put it on
It
both
is
supports.
Radiant's ban.
So it's not really surprised they wanted to steal it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also they put Lycan in the 8. It's a really comfortable hero for them probably. And when you pick a hero in the 8, you wanted to protect it 100%. Um, yeah, they have no much counters left, and
10
for Lycan,
seconds
they ban the
remain.
Naga. That's one of the strongest. The Spirit Breaker also is really good against
5
this
seconds
squishy
remain.
hero like Mother. You know, like Lycan, they scouted out these heroes and they can kill them really easy. There's no Timber, so
Dire's turn to battle.
Yep, gonna man
uh,
out the Bloodseeker as well, so continuing to protect that Lycan.
yeah. But
Prevent him
there's
from
something
having to deal with
interesting
Rupture.
now. Now we know that Karja couldn't play for the emergency. They have Nada now. Nada is a carry that have more hero pool than Karja does. So remember last game they were banning like 4 or 5 hard carries on side of Kali, but now you see only two carries.
Yeah.
So that's something to
10
point out because
seconds.
Nada can play a lot of carries, and I see like they ban the Juggernaut and
5
the Dusa.
seconds.
So they probably setting up for some frontline strength hero that can do this, these things like spam. They have a team, so let's see what they decide to choose here in the 15th. Probably another support hero, right? Because they don't see too much on Qhali side.
Yeah, that's generally the strategy we see, is that this is where teams will pick up a support hero to prevent giving away too much information.
Also,
Seems like, what support do you want into this Lycan? Maybe like a Clockwork? Somebody who can withstand the damage of a Lycan and help break up that team fight. Also feels decent against the Snapfire as an option for canceling the more loose
Radiant
kisses.
must choose.
Go with Disruptor, another good answer to Lycan.
yeah. I mean, it's always a good answer to kill the Lycan, but it's not really good against
Radiant's
uh,
turn to pick.
their unit heroes. Disruptor and Skyrat, it can still die from that. It's Lycan Bull Dominator. I would prefer that in this game, to be honest. These supports are really dying from that, right? You know,
Yeah.
from the being Dominator
10
and that.
seconds remain.
So I like the Disruptor to control Lyca in the early game, but I feel like
Dire's turn to
after
pick.
at some
In
point
the spirit.
he cannot control that hero very much.
And
They
then we're
go
gonna
the
get the
Ember.
Ember Spirit, stolen by Qhali now. After Steel played last game, we'll let to see Benjamin play the Ember Spirit. I also really like this
10
Rubik pick
seconds
because
remain. It is
Skywrath
Radiant's
Mage and
band.
Disruptor both
Storm
have
Spirit.
spells that do a lot to stop a Dawnbreaker's game.
Yeah.
And now we get the Storm Spirit. This is super exciting because we just get the flipped mid matchup from last game. So, last game we saw Steel winning the lane
10
with the Ember
seconds.
Spirit against Benjamin's Storm Spirit. Now we're gonna see. We
5
said it's a skill-based
seconds
matchup, so
remain.
is Steel gonna win this one again, or is the advantage, at least with these two players, having the Ember Spirit? And if
Yeah.
Benjamin can bounce back, having the other side of the matchup this time.
I don't really like the Rubik pick. I mean, Rubik is one of the best heroes in the Ria Master, the last big tournament that we saw. But you don't really have a skill to stall here. Like, why are you gonna steal? You know, like it's really hard to steal the Static Storm. Maybe you look for a Solar Guardian, but a good Downbreaker player always casts another spell. So I don't know. It's really hard because when you get Rubik, at least you wanna get a skill that give you two options: a lockdown or a spell that can burst, help you to burst waves, right? Like a
Mhm.
Lina Dragon Slayer, let's say. But in this, you don't have any of them. You don't have a lockdown. You don't have
It is Dire's
a
turn.
helping burst laning spell. So it's really weird for me that pick. But yeah, they complement the Ember Spirit, and then, like you said, Rocket is Storm Spirit now. I really like the Rocket three combination, like the mid and the supports, because
10
a Storm Spirit always look
seconds.
like to go like a front line in the beginning, right? And Qhali doesn't have
5 seconds
much to control the
back.
story rather than just a chains, and maybe a follow up cookie and a telekinesis. But if you silence Ember, that setup just die, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I really looking for that pressure from Rocket the game. They banned the TB on
10
Qhali,
seconds
anti
remain.
mage on Rocket.
Yeah, both teams definitely look like they're
5 seconds remain.
looking for a carry here. Still have some flex potential. Qhali could pick up his support in this last phase and put the Snapfire offlane and the Lycan carry. But based on what we saw from LSM last game, I think they're definitely looking to stick with the Lycan in the offlane. And Ember Spirit will almost certainly be in the mid lane, so that means Snapfire is not going to be played there.
He didn't do bad in Lycan last game, so
Yeah,
I'm
it
expecting
looked
it's
really
one of
good.
the it was one of the
Dire's
signature
turn to
heroes
ban.
probably. They banned Cherylblade in Kali and Slark, really good bans for me. Like TB is one of the best hard carries in the game to go to late game and to the one to close the game. With the
Radiant's
Mantis
turn
Cat
to pick.
and Slark, they have no control at all for the Slark, so really good bans. They banned the Anti-Mage, I'm pretty sure, for the Storm, Skyrat, those heroes, and the Templar. I'm not really sure why they banned the Templar, maybe because the 15-minute
Dire's
shard,
turn to pick.
the silence for the storm is annoying. They go
Ooh,
Meepo.
it's a Meepo for Qhali. Meepo played. Qhali
Carry.
played Meepo yesterday, I believe, or maybe they played against it. But he was played mid. This looks like it most likely is a safe lane meepo, unless they're gonna move the
10
Ender
seconds
Spirit
remain.
over. I guess it could also be an offlane meepo and a
5
safe lane
seconds
Lycan,
remain.
but that seems less likely.
No, I think it's gonna be a safe meepo for sure. Because like the meepo now, like the last time meepo, before this patch, it was like, yeah, a strong mid laner, it needs some levels, but this meepo doesn't need a lot of levels. This meepo need to farm, and once he gets the Atos, he's really strong. And yeah, there's the Sven that we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the cleave is gonna be big for clearing out the Lycan Zoo and all of these meepos. Does give a nice stun for the Rubik to pick up.
Now
but-
I have a stun to steal.
Yeah, but I think they definitely needed something like a Sen on Team Rocket, so I think you have to concede that, that's something Rubik can potentially get.
Yeah, we were talking about like a strong starting a strange hero, right? And CK was one, I remember. Oh,
Mhm.
I don't think so, but yeah, you don't want to go CK against Ember, right? So yeah, I think Sven is the best choice. But let's remember, oh, this is a Lycan carry and a Meepos.
Oh, they do swap it around. So we get LSM on the Meepo and a Starte on the Lycan. Very interesting.
Yeah, I would say it's the
Ooh.
same execution, right? It's like Lycan will go the same items that the other Lycan went the last game. And the Meepo will do the same. Like I was talking about, this Meepo now someone wants to go for Atos. Go for Atos and just keep running around the map, because you don't really have too much to worry about getting levels or anything. Always you want to go to third Meepo, your fourth Meepo, but with two Meepos you are good to go. And now the contest about AoE Meepo, like killing the Meepos and dealing with it, it's not a big deal now because you build the sector after the Atos.
Mhm.
So you get a Mega Meepo, you don't worry more about your other Meepo dying, you have a lot of speed, you're a tanky hero, and you cannot be ignored. So yeah, I'm looking really good for Qhali for me this game. I'm really
Yeah.
looking for it.
Yeah, I like this draft from Qhali. This feels like a much closer draft overall than last game. Qhali able to overcome what we thought was a draft
Now
deficit.
that's what I'm talking
Take
about.
game one, so looking potentially good for them.
That
And
was
on
a
top of all of
warning.
that, you have
Prepare for battle.
Team Rocket having to adapt to playing with a stand-in. So that makes things even more tricky for them. Nada coming in for Karhwa. We're gonna get a smoke up again from Rocket to start things off. See how they position.
Allah compares me.
Yeah, level
Rocket.
1 rock is really scary. Let's see if Qhali can read it, or we're gonna see the first
We're
one
gonna get
probably.
yeah, collision right away. Lewis getting a ward down is gonna run into this smoke. Not gonna have the commit forward onto the Snapfire, but they're gonna keep chasing in, and all of Qhali is here.
Oh, they missed the timing.
Lewis able to waddle away enough, disable the Watcher. Qhali are just gonna fully back off. give
30
up.
seconds and counting.
The Radiant Jungle Rune should set them up to be able to occupy the Dire Jungle.
Yeah.
Most of them still sitting around the river right now. It's just Nameless on the Rubik over in Dire Jungle, and actually a lot of Rocket are setting up around this bottom ward spot, not around the rune, so we might get 3 runes for Qhali again. I think the only one contested will be on the river. Yeah, 3 runes for Qhali once again. Steel able to get that one on the river, but now here comes the rotation from Rocket, who left these heroes sitting around the safe lane. We're gonna set up around
I'm
Lewis
capable.
and get
You've
first
just
blood
achieved
off
first
of the
blood.
Snapfire.
Thanks and have fun.
Yeah. Yes. That is really weird for me that Rocky gave up the second rune, like the one is the bottom rating, to be honest, because they wanted to play aggressive in this, right? So you better just get the rune and then you get the first blood. Because let's remember, okay, you say first blood for Dawnbreaker, yeah, it's always good and everything, but it's bounty runes for every single person in the team. It's not for only one hero, so it's gonna be 3 runes again. It's a lot of money. Aside from just one first blood from the Dawnbreaker. So unexpected, but a game 3 runs for Qhali. Really good to start.
Yeah. Yeah, it always feels like kind of an even trade if you give up 3 runes to get first blood. Like it's hard to see exactly where it shakes out, and often depends on what hero gets that first blood from. To get level 2, that is a big advantage, and they're going to use that to push forward onto Astarte. Stun up, and they're able to bring down the Lycan.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, they can respect the first blood, right?
Yeah.
There's something unexpected because you get level 2 after 3 crit waves, but when you get the first blood, you don't calculate it too much, and I think that's one of the...
Outside, they get a
Qhali.
lift into 2 nets. Sunny getting low.
Has been killed.
LSM is going to be able to chase down Disruptor.
Someone lays
Yeah,
blame.
that. I thought... Oh, Sven?
And falling low, Nameless looking to be able to clean it up, and is going to be able to get in with
Wow.
the Fable to find the kill. Big pickoff for Nameless. Bring down that Sven.
Yeah, so both off-lane are doing really hot. Surprising for me, the Rocket is losing top for me, to be honest. Meepo is not really a good laner.
Yeah, they get the glimpse back into the Stormhammer, but the root comes out. Going to be enough. A few more auto attacks coming down. Nada trying to chase down LSM, coming in off the respawn, chops the tree to get a slightly shorter path, and brings the sword down to finish off. At least get the return kill up there. But as you were saying, it does feel like the stronger lane should be the Sven Disruptor.
Yeah, it should be, right? And I was really worried because if Sven didn't get the kill, or for some reason the Disruptor stole it, it was really bad for the Sven. Oh, the glins? Oh, the common glins. Always. Yeah, but it could be terrible for Rocket because if Sven didn't get the kill, he probably was lost in the one crit wave as well. So it was really bad when he got the kill,
Their
so
structures against
not a big
attack.
deal. Bottom, the Downbreaker is smashing, like destroying the Lycan.
Yeah, 23 and 5 and 9 and 0. Now going to use some of that advantage to push forward. Has the Starbreaker, get the slow from Pamplona, rotates back in,
Killing
take the
spree.
rune, and one last hammer hit will do it.
A cold
Killing spree for Hyde as they
sunrise
once again bring down Astarte's Lycan.
They look similar from the first game, right? They Rocket starting winning lanes like really strong. So
Pamplona rotates over to mid, they get the slight
A
into the
gift from the
chains.
tempest of battle.
Benchmon, that will give them the space, but it does mean that Steel gets the water rune. Well, and the other water rune going to be denied by Sunny, so nothing for Benjamin to refill this bottle with. Up in the
Yeah.
jungle, Lewis trying to chase Pamplona back out, going to pick up a Watcher as Sarah backs off. Benjamin falling a little low, Steel has the level advantage. This lane also going better for the Storm than the Ember.
Dire stand on the hunt for
Yeah.
radiant
We
forces.
see the reversal of the lanes from last game. Steel once again able to get out ahead of Benjamin. In the jungle, LSM going to send one Miko over, but a glimpse back means Nameless is going to be alone again, just trying to run down Sunny. Has another Fade Bolt ready, but going to decide it's not really worth it to keep chasing forward.
Denied.
Bot side, they're going to look towards Astarte again. They get the cookie out, stuns up Hyde as well, so that's going to give Astarte enough room to back off.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Lycan is looking really sad in this lane, to be honest. He cannot touch any creep. If he does, he gets punished by the half of his HP. So, yeah. About the mismatch, yeah, we were talking about it's a 50-50, but in these two games, look like still have the advantage of the skill, right? Because
Yeah.
he's doing really good.
Cookie on Pamplona, but Hyde is here with the Starbreaker. Lewis getting low. The Scatterblast doesn't connect. Try to juke
Dominating
around.
performance.
They'll find the kill. Meanwhile, topside LSM does pick up a kill on Sunny. Now that there's a second Meepo involved, able to get a bit more of an advantage. Now Astarte trying to run down Pamplona, able to escape and get denied by neutral creep. Aimless trying to contest the runes, does manage to steal the invisibility rune before Steel can zip over. Sunny gonna come in for the bottle refill off of death.
That should help.
Yeah. The story is really sad to be honest right now. He doesn't get the power rune. He doesn't get the monster rune.
Oh,
Oh, the
so
clarity.
mean. Nameless following Steel around with the invis rune and cancels the clarity. Another bottle refill as now Pamplona rotates over. They're gonna have to commit onto this. Lewis is here as well, so Steel's gonna focus over there. Benjuan trying to chase down, but the Solar Guardian comes down. That's gonna keep Pamplona alive a little longer with the Sleight of Fist. Finish it off. Meanwhile, Steel does find the kill onto Lewis, and now a glimpse back onto Nameless. Maybe set up something more for Steel. He's low on mana, and LSM has rotated in, gets the roots, chains them together, and Steel is going to be the one trying to escape. Nameless going to back away as well, and Steel has enough mana, but Benjamin is still in the back, gets a huge slight. Hyde is going to finish off Nameless, and LSM finishes off Sunny. The chaos continues. Hyde now low on mana, maybe in trouble, giving Benjamin a chance to bounce back once again from this early lane deficit. Not going to bother chasing forward to the tanky Hyde.
Yeah, meanwhile, Astarte just took the tower, took advantage of everything what's happening in the game.
Yeah, sees that Hyde is teleporting over with the Solar Guardian, and knows that the lane is free, and with the wolves just absolutely munches towers.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird how the whole team fight
top lane they set up on Sven, they get the initial roots, the cookie does not connect, and that's going to be what allows Nada to escape.
So yeah, like, it was weird how the whole team fight happened mid, because they used the Solar Guardian just to save the Skyrim Mage, but it wasn't any setup for the Solar Guardian. Like we talked about in the draft, right? Solar Guardian is a spell that you need to combine with something, or it's just useless. Just heals, but that's it. Doesn't do it that much, and it's a ultimate. So, yeah, it was really weird for Rocket to respond like that, and they just took advantage of numbers. You know, Meepo TP, and they took the whole fight.
Dire's middle tower is under
It
attack.
definitely felt like it didn't do as much as you would want that first Solar Guardian rotation to make. Topside, Lewis has been scouting out Nada, is going to set up with the Cooking Stun. Solar Guardian coming in is going to keep Sven alive a bit longer. Pops the God Strength, gets lifted back in, they're trying to finish him off. Chasing Wind down, meanwhile Benjamin over in the mid lane finds the kill on Sunny. Nada is going to be able to run away. See if they try to commit over to Hyde instead, but it looks like the Stargate's going to run out. Lewis able to teleport away, no Starbreakers to cancel. Now Steel looking over towards Nameless, who's been caught on the side, but Benjamin rotates over and finishes off the Sven. Steel will get the kill on Nameless, but Benjamin is in exactly the right place at the right time, knowing that Nada had still been low, escaping that fight. Now Pamplona's going to walk into Ember and will quickly fall as well. Manages to get denied for the second time this game. Nice heads-up play from Pamplona.
That was really weird play for Nada. Like, he could have just go base, but he went greedy and got punished.
Yep.
As a carry player, that's something that happens often. It happens to me too. It's like you get cocky because you have like this healing from Mass of Magnus, and you want to use recover from the fake wave. You don't want to miss on timings on your BKB or dagger, and boom, there's some random hero passing the way and you just die. Really sad. But yeah, now Rocket is looking to get level 6 on their support, because other than that, they don't have too much to do in the map. They have not much plays. Sunny?
Yeah, Benjamin playing so far forward with the shield rune, and is just going to step up on Sunny. They will get the silence on Pamplona. He gets a cheeky little courier kill. Just hides his courier, makes his way back to base. We get the stun from the Starbreaker, and Benjamin getting a little bit low on mana. support's still in the area. Tower's eventually going to get pushed in by Lewis and the creeps, and that's going to give Benchmon the space to back away.
Yeah, this is a big different game for Qhali, at least for the early game, right? Because the last game, Rocket had all the advantage, at least from the mid
Now that's
3
what I'm talking
3 hero
about.
pressure. But now, it looks like Qhali is taking the advantage and gonna start pressuring people with their heroes. They're waiting probably for the Snapfire ulti and the Rubik to connect with that, and then after that they will happily to pressure the heroes. Something that is new for this is like last game Ember Speed on Cancel.
Still sets up on the Meepo, and they combo with the Solar Guardian. They're going to find the kill on LSM. That will go the way of Hyde, who's now 6-0 on this Dawnbreaker.
Radiant should look to their middle
Nada
tower.
is getting
Escape the supports and Ember Spirit. They're smoked up, trying to find this Sven. They know where he is. The smoke is breaking. Gets the root from the chain loose. Chains that into the stun and the lift. The stolen Stormhammer. Now they're going to pick up that one
That's what I'm
last
talking
hit
about.
on their way to the
Middle
grave.
for Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah. This is really bad because they got the kill on Meepo, but they got a response from his lane, so it's a 1v1. And it's your carry, it's your win condition, so it's better for Qhali, to be honest.
Yeah. Now stepping up, they had smoked up and were hunting. The smoke is long gone, and Benchmon able to dodge the static storm. Now Rocket Punch trying to back away, but Mortimer's kisses are out of speeds. That's going to bring down Pamplona, and one more will slow down Sunny, allowing the Wolves to clean up the other support. Steel will just have to ball lightning away and try to escape.
Man, this doesn't really good for Rocket, to be honest.
Yeah, Qhali is bringing the pressure now, taking control of the dire side of the map. Using, the lanes were really good from
Is under attack.
Rocket, and they still have the top 2 cores in net worth, but Steel's game has gotten absolutely shut down since then. He's fallen much behind the other cores in terms of net worth. That's given Qhali the opening to step up here.
Yeah, in this case, like it's like the opposite from the last game because like Rocket had the advantage on the mid lane. Now Qhali has the advantage of the mid lane on the Ember Spirit. So that's something that changed, but it's something that is really good from Rocket, at least from this move from Qhali, is that Qhali is committing a lot of heroes to do this stuff. Like they committing 4 or 3 heroes all the time, right? This gives the option from Team Rocket to have at least 2 cores farming FK, and that's why we don't have too much goal advantage on Qhali, right? Because Dawnbreaker is really strong right now. Sven obviously is Sven, and he can farm everything he can. Yeah, now top looking for Dawnbreaker.
Vitas is about to finish on LSM, gonna get the peek in, try to set up onto Hyde. Sunny's still in the area, Sarte going to go into Wolf form, and the damage is now coming through. Gets a nice Starbreaker to stun everything up, and jumps back through with the Celestial Hammer, but it looks like he's just playing the inevitable as Hyde will go down.
Yeah, but again, see in the map, they were committing even the Ember.
Dire should look to their top.
So 5 heroes. Oh, mid.
Yeah, Benchmon trying to set up on Pamplona, but Steel's gonna rotate it, and now promptly do time to kill. Unstoppable? Benchmon will bring Pamplona down, trying to escape now. Steel going to chase forward and will find the kill. Brings down a 6-kill streak off of Benchmon. Lewis now still in the area, throws out the cookie, but Nada has shown up as well with the Stormhammer as Lewis is going for the ball.
Very cocky from Lewis.
Tower is under attack.
That was huge for me because I think because Skyrim made you sacrifice his life, and he got the Storm Speed got the solo speed, the big streak, and also they killed the Snapfire like a blast. So yeah, Dawnbreaker dies and they took the tower, but like we said, like this Rocket team doesn't look for protecting towers or play for the early game, just like the mid matchup went. So
Masterful
they
mark.
just want to keep farming, getting space, doesn't much care about tier 1s at least. So yeah, now Pamplona getting one again.
Solar Guardian and extend that one is like a bit, and it's going to set up onto LSM. All of the Criticals falling low and will go down to Steel, who's now on a killing spree of their own. Benjamin, who's been looking for, they're going to find the kill on Nada, chain that into Mortimer's Kisses, and the lift from Nameless all into place. They bring it down to Sven. Benjamin now trying to get some space. Steel backing up. Hyde able to TP away before the Lycan can find the kill. I'm going to chase towards Steel. Pretty low in mana, and the slow's coming out from the attack. Going to get one more zip over to safety and gets the teleport with the zip in order to escape. Team Rocket, overall, I mean, it's 2 for 2. They get a little bit more gold. It's a very even trade overall, which them being behind probably favors them a little bit. And they're very fortunate to get both Storm and Dawnbreaker out of there.
Bottom.
Now they're going to look for more. Nameless trying to push out this lane, will not be able to escape.
About that kind of thing where I come from.
Oh, Arcane ruined the Ember, that's huge.
LSM links in, but immediately is going to get stabbed from one. People will be able to escape, the other two getting torn apart. Stormspirit back in, the hammer comes down on top of Steel. Going to be able to zip away, somehow has survived through all of this. Benjuan coming back in, trying to pick off some of the supports. Everybody's low on both sides. Who's going to fall? Astarte is the next to go down. Lewis trying to escape. Hamona brings out the damage. Benjuan finishes off Nada, and now trying to pick off Sunny as well. Hyde off on the side with so little health as well. Another slight comes down. The Guardian Greaves pop off, and now is Benjamin the one in trouble as the silence comes out. Starbreaker is not going to land in time, and the Ember Spirit will be able to escape.
Yeah, these teamfights, man, this happens every time. 5 heroes. That's the Dota that we want to see, right? No, the boring farming. In this case, they initiated on the Meepo, right, with the Static Storm. It's something that people don't realize. The only catch, the real catch for me, is the Scarlet Mist, because it's an instant silent for the Ember. Otherwise, Ember have a free game, you know, like people might say like they have Disruptor, one stone, and he died, but we see Benjamin, like a really good Ember Spirit. They don't commit that much. They play from the side, they play far away, just casting chains, and when they realize that you're gonna get finished, they just jump on you, just like Benjamin did. And that's why it's really hard for the Disruptor to catch a Ember unless they have like a setup for him, right?
They want to find this kill on Killing Searing Chains, going to make it easy for Lewis to finish that pick-off.
Yeah.
We've also got Glimpse on the Rubik right now stolen, and so that sent Hyde back. I think that was part of why Qhali wanted to commit on finding a pick-off there, using the Dawnbreaker from the situation temporarily.
Well,
We get another glimpse here onto Nada, kind of into no man's land, but now that'll set up a lift into the roots from LSM. God Strength comes out, and now the zip over onto Lewis, who's standing a little far forward, is going to get caught out. Stormhammer comes out on to Benchwan. As the double damage is about to expire, Qhali will back up. I just smoked up. Rocket, maybe with an opportunity to look for more, they will just take control of their triangle and start pushing out some of these lanes.
yeah, it's actually happening the same from the last game. Like, Qhali needs to play aggressive now, because late game on Team Rocket looks scary, you know, like the Agami sector on Destructor, Agami sector on Storm, 5 or 6 items on Sven. To be honest, they have no match to contest, because Lycan is not gonna win the matchup against Sven, never. Meepo can tank a lot, but he cannot really do much when he's in the Mega Meepo. He's just a tanky boy, that's it. You cannot ignore it obviously, but it doesn't bring you too much. And the Ember is the one that is huge, but what happens is you get a silence or use a static store with Agam sector, you just die.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like Qhali trying to do their best to pressure, but obviously they cannot do it like randomly, right? So they might wait for some items to keep pressuring heroes probably. But yeah, I think Qhali is in a timer.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. kind of the opposite of
The opposite,
last
yeah.
game, where Qhali was the team that felt like they had the stronger late game. And so, you know, even with the Naga Siren, especially the way LSM was building on the late game, they were eventually going to be able to outcarry them. Now the late game does look Rocket favored. Not a kind of filling near each other. They're going to commit yet. More from Team Rocket coming over.
Nice.
Ember is going to be able to escape.
I'm pretty impressed from Benjamin map awareness. Like you see, I don't think he saw the smoke, or maybe he did, but that was a good. He tried to went for the XP room, but he realized something is coming, and he just went back on that remnant. Pretty good.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, like we say, like don't break it. Yeah, it's a we talk about, right. It's a strong laner.
Bottom tower is
His
no
map control with the ulti is really good, but it didn't happen too much with him still. You know, like he built some auras, he's building like the iron sector, but nothing really happened with this hero yet. Just like let's say like the laning phase, and that's it. I didn't recall saw him that much of him. Now they don't rush.
Yeah, the bottom tier 1 tower is going to set up Team Rocket to get this roach. Looks like Qhali are not going to be looking for this. That should be pretty free roach for Team Rocket. We saw the advantage that getting the Aegis on the Storm Spirit had.
Oh, they're coming late.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke up from Qhali as well. Could get a fight even with this Aegis. It looks like Qhali want to take it. They're feeling pretty confident about their position. Step in. This is gonna be the first show and immediately hit by the Electric Vortex. Huge Static Storm out onto the Meepos on the side. Then looking to finish off the damage. Could be Hero scaling on both sides now. Skywrath Mage connects one down. Glimpse back with a triple kill for Astarte. A double kill for Steel, now getting controlled up, very low on mana. They burn out the Chain Guard, but that's just the Aegis going down. Astarte now trying to finish off Nana. Benjuan will get the kill, and now Steel going to be forced to retreat. So 3 down for Qhali, but 4 plus an Aegis fall on Team Rocket, and Qhali, they were right to be confident going down and taking that fight into the Aegis.
Yeah, it was really weird for me that Rocket wanted to take that fight because remember they used the ulti of Ven on Rush. They didn't have the ulti, so it was really bad that they wanted to take the fight. To be honest, like can just run at you and you support the backline, it's dead. They don't have much to do. We talk about like the structure, maybe can control the Lycan, but once it's 20 minutes plus, he just run at you. Doesn't matter if you have links or a static sword or the kinetic field. You just get caught and that's it. You're dead. If you saw, Benjamin didn't even press the BKB. He got it, but he didn't even press it because Pamplona was dead. The disruptor was dead. Why you wanna press BKB, right? You don't have any control on dire side.
stupendous.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really weird, but well played by Qhali. Meepo tanked everything, even that didn't have the sector. He couldn't use it because of the static storm, but he
Yeah.
tanked mostly all the damage.
Yeah, surviving through that static storm, well, Astarte just picked off hero after hero on the other side of the fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm curious, I think it's less likely because this is a carry Lycan, but I really want to see, eventually, if the game goes long enough, an Aghanims picked up by Lycan so that we can get a Wolf-bitten Mega Meepo.
That will be funny to watch. It could happen, right?
Yeah.
We never know. Yeah. For me, this Meepo is like we talk. This Meepo is just looking for
Scanning for enemies.
get control, get tanky, and get some items to control the spell, right? He building the halberd. He probably gonna finish then the hex. So he's looking for that. And all the damage is Ember hands and the Lycan hands.
Top tower is under attack.
So this Disruptor is really poor, to be honest. Like, I don't even know what's he gonna do in this game. Like all what he does is glimpse and static meepo, but what happened is he cannot do that even that, and he got the mega meepo before he static storm. Your hero is useless.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
So
long time before we see the Aghanim Scepter, and even then, like, blocking
right.
BKBs will be big, but feels like the mute doesn't do as much as it normally does in a lot of these games.
yeah, I mean he needs the. For me, is he should be farming right now. Like I feel like he's just FK playing behind their team. At least know the what you wanna do in this at this point, because you're gonna your sector is one of the key items for this game for your team to do something. But you're just following your course, doing nothing, not taking any creeps, and he's probably tried to take a glimmer cave with a dagger in the bench. So I don't know. It's really weird for me that Sunny is taking this decision, but who knows, right? Maybe he's trying to protect the core from a smoke, but I don't think that's the play, to be honest. We
We'll
see,
see how that does play out.
Never refuse gold given.
Defensive build is they're now going to smoke up on Team Rocket. Maybe try to find something. There's a couple supports lurking around this triangle that could be ripe for a pickoff.
Aghanim sector finished by Ember Spirit. That's huge item.
Yeah, just absolutely amps up the mobility of this hero.
Oh, they got Luis.
My favorite kill.
Now going to get stung up, already pretty low on mana. Lewis already down. If it comes back and they find this
mana.
they do.
Wow.
Is quenched.
Huge pickup for Team Rocket. Someone trying to come in to help the support to get out off the back end of that. So
Man, we never know about this game. There's so it's always a throw or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why Luis.
As soon as it looks like one team has the advantage, the other team takes a good fight, finds a good pick-off, something to get the advantage back to their side. It's been
Oh, they wanna fight?
super chaotic series. Now, yeah, the initiation from LSM is going to try to set up Mortimer's Kisses, but LSM is just going to get blown up by Steel. The heal from Hive, the BKB, it's all too much. The Stargate still in on the back line. The Static Storm is there and is just going to fall as well. Qhali are bleeding out these heroes, and Team Rocket, despite Nada coming in last second to stand in, they are bouncing back in this game too.
Oh, Luis now.
Oh, Lewis gonna get caught out again. Has the Ghost Scepter to extend the life a little bit, but will inevitably fall. Celestial Hammer finishes it off, giving another kill to Hyde, who is 10-2 on this Dawnbreaker.
Man, what just happened? Just play after play after play. Like, Luis just got caught, and the Ember tried to save him, or I don't know what he tried to do. He killed himself because he ran out of mana, and then we know that Qhali was strong, right? But most of the damage is from Ember. The Ember was dead. You want to commit with your Lycan and your Meepo, but Meepo didn't even press the Mega Meepo again, and he just got caught and died like nothing. And then Lycan chasing supports while he could have just go away, and then he died from the lockdown. I mean, it was 1v1, v1, and just dying and dying and dying. Like, Qhali should regroup and just play in their turn, because if this game dragging out by Rocket can just win this game. Like, we talk about the hot late game that they have. Even though Break is not a meta hero or anything, you can be just I call it like a potato heroes, right? Like Underlord or Tide Hunter. You can be a potato. You can be a potato that just walk, cast some spells, but you can have 3,000 auras. And that's what he's doing, Look at the Sector, the Guardian Grief, the Crimson Ward. He's a big potato, and yeah, you can ignore him, but the auras you cannot ignore.
Yep.
And that's something that is getting really hot by this Dawnbreaker and for Team Rocket.
Yeah, the Greaves, the Aghanim Scepter for the Solar Guardian Hyde. You know, a lot of players, I feel like, would get this start that Hyde got. Like, you get the first blood, you're super feeling yourself, like, you're running this early game, and would just go, like, a full damage dump right there. But Hyde knows that the damage is going to come from their Sven, and that's not what their team needs. The team needs the survivability of the upgraded Solar Guardian, the Greaves, the Crimson Guard, and that's how Hyde has used the advantage Guide-wise. And it's starting to look like it's paying off. It makes it so much harder to bring down Storm Spirit and Sven.
Yeah, and now you see Disruptor got the full Aghanim sector just from all the team fight that happened. Oh, the Meepo.
Have to say it. Able
It's
to
fine.
make Meepo and get away, so we'll survive. Let's see another fight here. Starte's going to commit in. Benjamin as well, looking for the backline. Static Storm gets dropped. Benjamin able to dodge away. Starte going to run right in, trying to finish up these supports. Both supports on the deck, and now comes the Solar Guardian trying to save them. Stays up in the air with the Aghanim Scepter, and they're going to be able to chug through LSM. Lewis takes out the Ward, and not is there, gets the Ghost Scepter, and now Starte apart. Damage to kill here, these 3-4s absolutely eating the heroes of Qhali. Lewis goes down as well. Benjamin in a bit of a tricky position as well. Got the regen rune, so able to remnant away.
Man.
A super scary position if he gets away with it.
Yeah. Benjamin is playing really good this game. Like, I'm really impressed. Like, it's not easy, but it's not like Sunny is not trying to put the static storm on him, right? He tried, he almost got him, but Benjamin is moving really good. Like, he's like using the fire aim and prey properly and getting away, and he can play. But like we say, you can play all the best you can, but the heroes on the Rocket side is really taking advantage of the game. Like, the potato strategy is working too much for him. Dawnbreaker is doing a lot for him. The Meepo used the Mega Meepo defensively, and when he wanted to play aggressive, he couldn't tag anything because the timer used to run out. Now?
Out Benjamin comes over to cast this Roche. Will fall now. Zip into steal. Nana as well. Looking to take out this Rubik. Here comes in Hyde. Going to get the stun onto Meepo. LSM getting it torn apart again. These 3 cores, they're able to just keep stacking up on these heroes and finding the kills. Lewis going to be forced to Glimmer Cape again. The back way. Benjamin once again out in the back, still trying to contest things. Throws down the Searing Chains, trying to slow down their return to the Roche Pit. Now Key in trouble. There's a God String still going on Sven, about to wear off. Sven's still playing in this area. Doesn't have the teleport to get away. Maybe he's out of remnants too far away. Trying to dodge away. Astarte coming back in. They get the cook to keep Benjamin away. And now trying to run down the Storm Spirit with low on mana. The Mortimer's Kiss is coming out. And Qhali, maybe they actually get something out of this stall by Benjamin. Their heroes have respawned, they're coming back in, they steal the Storm Hammer to continue stacking them up, and Qhali turn things again. The lead has evaporated, and they're going to get Roshan off of this.
Yeah, Benjamin is doing it somehow. He's like the MVP, hands down. Like, somehow he got the whole attention of Ben, Storm, and Dawnbreaker, and he just like dodge the stun and make some time for their team to respawn and can connect with him.
These
Team
plays
Rocket
where
did.
he's sticking around and like sitting in the backline and just continuing to harass and just surviving way longer than it seems like he has any right. It's been crazy.
Yeah, and Team Rocket, for some reason, Team Rocket can say no. You know, like he cannot like, okay, Spain ultis run down, guys. We lose the edges, whatever. We can just reset from this. No, they just keep going, and then things happen. Now it's Aegis, Peridian, and they just die on 3 cores. Like, it's really sad because they got the advantage, and now the tables turn again. Now, Radiant has the advantage, has the edges. I still think the Rocket has better teamfight and better control, but now need to see how this play on the other side. Looking for taking a tier 2
Is
on
under attack.
Radiant.
Yeah, they got the siege creeps coming in. They're going to be pushing through the Lycan illusions with the Manta style as well. Pick up the tower. Lewis will quickly turn that into an outpost as well.
You also pick up the dagger, so it should be more easier to cast static on the Ember now. They need to get this Ember somehow. Like it cannot go out of the hands of the Ember with this ulti.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke up now. Trying to chase out Template is going to get broken. Asip in towards Benjamin.
Nice.
Have the Hex on Steel. That's going to set it
Oh!
up. No, the lift out the save from Rurik. Get them out of the static storm. Nemos will fall. Benjamin alive. Start to able to find the kill on the Disruptor. Mega Meepo has been activated, but they have the damage once again. All stacking up around the Meepo. Can they bring him down? Pops out, gets the helmet set. Falls for some Meepo's dig. Now Ember in trouble, but a huge boost from LSM. Holding them all in place into the cookie stun. The cleaves coming out, but LSM is still alive. The disarm, and it's a full team wipe. Triple kill for Astarte. Benjamin's unstoppable. And Qhali looking to punch their ticket to the grand final of this week's tournament. They're going to start heading up into that base, working on these tier 3s, and Sven is the only one with a buyback here. Fed for 80 seconds otherwise. They've got a lot of damage. Assault Cross finish on Astarte, and just like last game, Astarte just wants to see the tier 4s, wants to see who's going to buy back, and it's only Sven that has the opportunity. Both supports will be respawning. Can they slow down the push? Sven will buy back, so they will start to respect that. Benjamin going to keep playing forward as he has been all game. Continue to work on these racks. They'll pick up the mid barracks. Astarte is going to stay in the base. They're going to look not towards the tier 4s, but more towards the barracks. Another tier 3 here. Still 15 seconds without Dawnbreaker, 30 without Storm Spirit. Another ranged barracks with fall. Team Rocket, they can only sit here and watch. Silver in. Nada will get a Stormhammer down, the Fortify as well to get the Glimpse back. Astarte wanted to go back in anyway though. And the kinetic field doesn't quite stop them from hitting the base. With the Dawnbreaker respawning, Qhali will back away, but 2 full lanes of racks taken off of a massive team fight.
Yeah. I'm speechless to be honest. Like, man, we talk about the Rubik, like he doesn't have a good game, right? He has too much spells to steal. Maybe just the Stormhammer is the best one. But this guy just got one spell, one shard, and he probably won the whole team fight for his team.
Yeah,
And
that's
probably the game. It's like, it's very impressive for me. It's like you don't expect that this guy can do anything, but then shard, telekinesis, and he saves the Ember Spirit, and he goes Remnant away, and he had the Radiant Rune. He connect, and he does what Benjibo does, right? Destroy the whole team fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both
and
the Shard and the Lotus Orb, like, Nameless is playing fully for save on this Rubik, and it is looked like exactly what they needed to, you know, let Benjamin keep pushing the limits on the Ember Spirit, let him play super aggressive, and then just be there, like, he can trust that his team's got his back, and that he can get away with these plays, because they have the saves to keep him alive.
yeah. But the Ember was some point, to be honest.
Sam and Nada going
Bottom?
to collide down here, Nada just going to BKB.
Oh no. They both did here. Man, this game looks really bad. Yeah, this game is looking really bad for Rocket. I would say one thing for Undexed is like he needs. Now they have no BKB on Spain, so I feel like it's time for Qhali to go higher.
Yeah. They know that BKB is down, and so they're pushing in this tower. It was also the
that's what
buyback
I'm
committed
talking
by
about.
Sven at the tail end of that last fight, so they know that the Sven doesn't have buyback either. And there's no buybacks at all. The other
No
four
buybacks at all,
characters
yeah.
have-
Damage.
Meepo is the only buyback available. Supports of Qhali should have those again soon. Here they come knocking at the door. Picked up the Tormentor, so we've got the extra damage on the cookie. Nice Storm Hammer onto LSM. They pop the God Strength to try to chunk through this Meepo. Just gonna Mega Meepo on this one that's standing off to the side. They get the Static Storm onto Astarte and they finish off Lincoln. Next one still pushing in, trying to pick off the support on the back line. Meanwhile, not a jump forward, finds the kill on Lewis. Benjamin able to clean up Pamplona and Sunny as well, so picks off the support, but now is alone in the base with supports to retreat. These remnants with the Aghanim Scepter just bouncing all around the map. We're getting buyback from the side of Qhali. They want to commit, they want to end it here. Trying to pick off Nada, the Hyde is in with the Solar Guardian, the Meepo's big to try to survive for now. Set up the hammer as they come back, but now all of the damage from all of these Meepos and Benjamin pours in. They find the kill on Storm Spirit, dead for 90, Hyde out for 80, still no money for buybacks available, and meanwhile Astarte already gone to work on the tier 4s. Qhali tearing apart the Ancient. Nothing that Team Rocket can do as Qhali win the game in 2. Move on to the grand finals.
Yeah, someone chatting in there in Spanish.
Yeah,
Sadly, I can understand.
a little
No,
bit
I'm
of
just
trash
kidding.
talk. I knew some of those words in there too. That
Yeah.
getting a little spicy.
Impressive for me, Kali game. Like, we talk about the best timing for the Rocket was late game. You know, just the opposite that happened the last game. But Kali impressed me in a good way, to be honest. They play really good. Um, we can point Benjamin like the best player. I don't think anybody can discuss that, right? We can say like Benjamin was on the MVP, but man, that Rubik play just saved the game
Yeah.
very much because two factors. That Rubik was on point in the position. Like, I don't know if something he knew something happened, but he was always back in the on his core. That was the Ember Spirit, and also because the whole hex on store was new. Like, he just bought it, and that was the play for them. Like, that was the combat play. But this Rubik said that and then after that they just bought back when they know Sven didn't have buyback, didn't have ulti. They die on Lycan, but they just bought back in 3 heroes and end the game, right? Easy execution after that. I'm really impressed, happily impressed, to be honest. I'm happy to see Cal in the final. They deserve it. Well play.
Yeah, taking down the #1 seed on their way to the finals. I believe the other series has been decided as well. I gotta check. Did not catch who won that in the semifinal between was Blockroar Esports versus Kadaro. Let's track it. Should be updated already. Kadaro took that in a 2-0 over Blocksport. So Qhali versus Kadaro will be the grand final. That's going to be streamed over on the Radcast, or the Radacast. So I will raid us over there. This was a super fun series. Looking forward to see who's going to take it. Who's going to take TDL America's Pro Series 24 between Qhali and Kadaro. It's going to be a fun series to watch. If Qhali can keep playing the way they did this game, like, even they were bouncing back off of these fights, bouncing back off of a tough laning phase, and just really firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw a bracket. I don't know any of Kidaro players, to be honest. I don't know if they are European or something, but I know Blockroar players as well, and they are really good. Like, I would say one of the best teams in Division 3, Division 2 of the South American region, but they just go stomp really hard the 2 games that I'm watching on. we'll see how it goes. You know, if Qhali plays properly, they can win maybe, but Kidaru, they looking really good, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a fun series to watch. All right, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. We'll throw you over to the channel that the finals will be on. Their stream might not have started yet, but just hang out. It'll be starting soon. There will be a short break for the teams so they can get ready for the grand final. Once again, I'm Whitehawk. Virgil, thanks so much for joining me. This was an awesome cast, super fun watching this series with you. Definitely looking forward to seeing more of these series in the future, and would love to cast with you again.
Yeah, man, it was fun for me too. Happy that you have me here and share this time with you. It was amazing to talk about good Dota, and thank you everyone for watching.
Awesome. All right, that's going to do it for us. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and enjoy that grand final matchup coming up soon.